Yeah, this is supposed to be like an informal project. I can't stand these salesman speeches, so I'm doing something a little different. I mean, the thought of me being a salesman makes me cringe, so I'm doing this. This here is Tom Novelli. He dropped out in 10th grade. So, Tom, tell me why you dropped out.
Well, to put it simply, it sucked.
And could you be a little more specific?
I didn't learn anything I didn't already know.
Um,
Everything I learned, I just learned on my own.
hmm. Would you say it was a waste of your time then?
Yeah, a lot. I spent about 10 hours a day on school and homework, and what a waste of time. I could be working or having fun, and it just makes you really depressed.
Didn't you feel pressured to go on and graduate?
Yeah, but I went and got my GED, and I'm thinking about going to college. I mean, I could be going to college a year early, and there's nothing wrong with that.
All right. Did people try to get you to stay in school?
Yeah, a lot of people, my parents and friends, and my principal. She filed a PINS petition against me, had me sent to reform school, but I got out of that after 2 months. Went and got my GED.
So you went through a lot of crap, huh?
Yeah.
You still think it was worth dropping out?
Oh yeah, I went through 2 months of reform school. That's nothing compared to 4 years of high school.
Do you have any regrets about not graduating?
Not at all.
So school was really that bad, huh?
Yep.
Would you say there's a lot of like social crap you had to put up with?
Oh yeah, that too. A lot of peer pressure to stay in school and
Mm-hmm.
kiss ass.
People told you what to do, and were teachers cool about it? Or
A couple of them were.
you're from CF, right? Shenango Forks.
Yeah.
So some teachers were cool, and some teachers tried to. I don't know where I'm getting here, but teachers are a lot to do with school.
Right. My
And they.
principal, she was a big problem. Teachers didn't bother me too much.
Mm-hmm.
Most of them stayed out of it.
You think they cared?
Uh, I think most of them just want to see you do what's best for you.
Mm-hmm.
They have nothing against you personally.
Mm-hmm. So you think most teachers try to help, but maybe they don't know how to help? Or
Yeah.
maybe they're stuck within a system that prevents them from helping
Yeah,
in real ways?
definitely.
So you mind telling me a little about the system?
Well, basically the rules they have to follow prevent them from doing what's best for you. The best way to learn is on your own, and you know they're given the syllabus they have to teach you.
Would you say a big reason you dropped out was because of just plain freedom in school you didn't have any?
Yeah,
And then like in school you were repressed by a lot of different things.
yeah,
Now you're out, you're happy to be out of school now then, huh?
yeah. Oh yeah, when I was in school, I was depressed, really depressed. Sometimes I wanted to kill myself.
Were you depressed
Now,
because you had no control at all?
yeah, now that I'm out of school, I've been happy all year. It's been great.
Because you pretty much do what you want, do what you feel like.
Yeah, you ought to try it.
Do you think school would be a lot better if students were given more leeway to do what they want instead of what the system wants of them?
Yeah, that would just be given independent stuff too.
And that we'd learn a lot more on our own if guided instead of sort of dictated to and commanded to do things.
Yeah, if you want to learn something, you can go and ask people about it and read books. You shouldn't have it taught to you in a certain order. Because the way it is usually is they teach you something you're not interested in, but you'll get interested in due time.
What about the problem of like getting a job after?
Uh, a GED is pretty much equivalent to a diploma.
Is it How'd you get your GED? How'd you get your GED anyway?
I went to BOCES for about 3 months.
What do you do at BOCES?
I was taking an electronics course and a GED course.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So you know all about electronics and
yeah.
computers, and you do things from BOCES. All right, we're here with George, and I'm going to ask George a few questions. Okay. So, George, what do you think about school?
I think it sucks.
Like most everyone, right?
Most everyone.
What grade?
Yeah.
What grade are you in?
10th.
10th grade? How does it feel that you have 2 more years to go? No, wait. 2 more years, yes, after this one. I forgot my math
4
already.
and 2.
This is what school taught me. I forgot how to do my math already.
They beat it into you so bad you just forgot it. Feels drudging, you know, just, I don't want to get to it.
And you sit in the class all day and you're like,
Teachers just mostly monotones.
mm-hmm.
Just sitting there, this is what you're going to learn. That's what it feels like.
So they give you lame.
I fall asleep a lot of the time.
So, what do you think it's like for the rest of the people in your class? The same?
I don't know, some of them stay awake.
How many of them would you say actually learn or actually listen to every word the teacher says?
I don't think anybody does that. I think they just go there because they have to.
So do you think it's a waste of time for a teacher just to lecture?
It depends on the lecture.
Mm-hmm. If it's interesting, we might actually
They
get
might
something
learn
out of it.
stuff. Once in a while I learn things if it's interesting enough, and the teacher's a good enough teacher.
Mm-hmm.
They just teach for money.
You think they just do it as their job? A lot of the
I
teachers.
think some of them do that.
Do you think it's a big problem between student and teachers? Is that like neither side cares a lot of the time?
Well, I don't know. Some of the time, but I mean, mostly the kids don't care because, like, this one girl, she told me that she had to pay to go to school in Columbia,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if something like that happened here in the United States, we'd be a lot more appreciative of the school system. I mean, we're being forced to go.
So because it's for free for us, and we're forced to go, there's like no incentive for us to do what we're told.
Yeah, it's like you have a car and you like at first you're excited about it or something, then it's like, oh yeah, I have a car.
Do you think if it was your job to go to school, you'd learn a lot more?
Probably.
I mean, in a sense,
it's
it
like
is.
going to college.
In a sense, it is our job, but
Yeah, but we're not getting paid.
I've heard that over and over.
Like college, and you don't just pay to go there. You have to learn. You can't just go there and not learn. That would be stupid.
Yeah, total waste.
Total waste.
All right, here I am in my backyard. It's about 6:30 in the morning. I'm finishing up this tape at the last minute. I only got to interview 2 people yesterday. I could have interviewed a lot more people, but things didn't work out that way. But the general consensus seems to be just about every student, just about everyone I've ever talked to, student-wise, thinks school sucks. And as far as I can see, there's a lot of changes that could be made in school, so that it doesn't, to make it not suck, you know. But these changes aren't being made. What I see, the general reason school sucks is there's no freedom. Students can't generally do what they want. You know, they're told what to do, they're told when to do it. They're restricted by rules. You know, from experience, after a while, you begin not to care about grades and what teachers tell you what to do and things like this. And to me, senioritis is the anticipation of freedom You know, freedom finally after all these years of school. And even though college may be tough, at least we'll have college will be a big change, probably for the better for most of us. We'll actually begin to take control of our own lives instead of other people controlling our lives. At least that's what it seems to feel like right now, is that a lot of us feel like we don't have any control over our own lives. The first person I talked to dropped out of high school in 10th grade. I mean, for him, school was so unbearable that out was better than in. You know, the statistic I hear is that 30% of students drop out. Maybe not in CV, but throughout the entire country, a third drop out. I mean, that's a big problem. I mean, who's trying to solve that problem? Who's getting down to it and finding out why these people drop out? Who's actually doing something to really change the way things are done in school? Overall, school's a good idea. You go there, you get an education, you get your diploma, you get on with your life, but things could be a lot different while we're inside it to make it interesting, fun. You know, we participate more and we have a greater say in our own future. You know, people will point out to me, well, to some extent we have control over school, over what we do in school, as far as classes taken, you know, electives and stuff like this, but we really don't. I mean, we decide what classes to take, and then from then on, it's the curriculum that's taken over. The second guy interviewed is a 10th grader. He has 2 more years of high school to go after this. You know, these people are obviously not stupid. The first person is actually pretty smart. I know him personally, and I mean, it might not have been the wisest decision to drop out. For him personally, it was. About the second guy, he has 2 more years of high school to go through, and I kind of pity that guy. He has to go through the same grueling process that we've had to go through, and it's not going to be fun. On the topic of stage fright, I mean, a person can go on a little about stage fright, but looking at myself, I didn't even know what it was until like 7th or 8th grade. And looking at it now, I realize that stage fright is just, it's not fright at all, it's just complete anxiety. And for me, the anxiety stemmed to be from doing something you don't really want to do in front of a lot of people. You know, being forced to do something. I mean, in that sense, it kind of feels like rape, where you don't want to be up there, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it, because you're up there and you have to get this particular thing done. You know, you can go on and on about stage fright, but if Mrs. Boss wants to help us get over stage fright, or her next class, the classes next year, get over that kind of problem, I mean, she's going to have to make a few changes that I found out. She'd have to get people to relax more, to chill out. I mean, with these projects, the anxiety just seems to build and build when things can be done to actually, you know, stop the anxiety, get people to relax. Kind of an easy way to do that is to start a class discussion where, you know, it's a discussion we want to talk about, but it doesn't get out of hand. You know, people can joke around, and everyone gets involved, and when everyone gets involved, they get more relaxed as to other people hearing their voice and other people hearing what they have to say, and they want to say something instead of sort of shrinking back into their seats and just shrinking into their seats, thinking, "Gee, I don't want to do this. Please don't call on me. This sucks. Stop." I probably could make this tape a whole class period long, and I bet you guys would like that. But I can't exactly think of much more to say right now. I mean, out here, I'm just talking to the camera, imagining I'm talking to you guys. So, I guess I'll just sign off here. My message is this. School sucks, but it doesn't have to be that way. For us, we're getting out of it. But, if you have kids, who knows what your kids are going to have to go through. I mean, I wouldn't want my kids to go through the same crap that I had to put up with. I mean, things just don't need to be the way they are, or were for myself and many of you. I mean, things can change for the better. I mean, things have to change. I mean, the way things are right now, it just seem to be going slowly downhill where people don't care. And it's largely an attitude problem, but I don't see much of anything being done to help solve it. So, I guess I'll just be signing off right now. Later.